Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving deep today into a book that's been making waves. Redpilled Guide to Sanity. It's really resonating with guys.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Especially those navigating the modern world and all the pressures and relationships and all that.
Yeah.
It's 23 chapters packed with insights and stories and even strategy.
Yeah.
All to help men understand and, boost their mental well-being.
It's interesting you say that because the thing that struck me right off the bat is how the book just dives right into it. It starts with that mental health crisis that we're all seeing, particularly with the younger generation. I mean,
It's huge.
You've probably seen it yourself, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Anxiety, depression, it's scary out there.
Yeah, even suicide. I mean, the numbers are alarming.
They are.
And the book lays it all out there.
It does.
It doesn't hold back.
Nope.
And then it explores all the factors, like why is this happening?
Right.
So what are some of the things they're pointing to?
Well, of course there's the obvious stuff, like, the pressure to succeed.
Right.
Always got to be hustling, got to be, top of your game.
Yeah, always on.
And then the constant negativity. It's like everywhere you turn,
Yeah, it comes up.
it's doom and gloom.
Escape it.
Yeah. But then it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
It looks at things like social media.
Yeah.
How addictive it is, how it messes with your self-esteem. Then there's consumerism,
Right.
Like we're all just chasing the next thing, next.
Material possession.
Yeah, exactly. And are we really any happier?
Yeah, and it's interesting. You brought up the younger generation.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you really see this play out.
Oh, absolutely.
This idea of a victim mentality.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and the book really digs into that. How it can be so damaging,
Awful.
especially for men.
Right, because it's like you get stuck in this cycle of feeling powerless.
Yeah.
Like everything's happening to you.
Yeah.
You're not in control.
You're not in control, exactly. And it just breeds resentment.
Yeah. And it can be so hard to break free.
It can.
But the book offers a solution.
Okay.
This idea of personal responsibility.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yeah. So instead of blaming everyone and everything else,
Right.
you take ownership of your own well-being.
So it's about taking control,
Yeah.
powering yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's recognizing that, okay, you can't control everything,
Right.
but you can control your reaction,
Yeah.
your choices, your outlook.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah, and the book really emphasizes that.
It does.
That shift in perspective.
Makes sense.
It's essential
Yeah.
for building true mental strength.
Mental strength. That's a good segue because that's where these traditional male values come in, right?
Absolutely. That's a huge part of the book.
It is.
This idea that qualities like strength, resilience, stoicism, discipline.
No, those are good ones.
Yeah, these aren't just, outdated stereotypes.
Yeah, no.
They're essential tools.
Tools you need for navigating this crazy world that we're in.
You got to be able to handle the pressure.
Right. And especially in
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah.
The book really digs into that as well.
I bet.
But now, when we talk about stoicism,
Yeah.
some people might say,
I was just thinking that.
well, doesn't that mean you just push your emotions aside?
Right. Bottle it all up.
Right. And the book addresses that head on.
Okay, good.
It's not about suppressing emotion.
No.
It's about mastering them. It's encouraging men
Yeah.
to develop emotional intelligence,
I like that.
self-awareness,
Yeah.
but to do it in a way that's aligned with their masculine nature.
Interesting. So it's like finding that sweet spot.
Exactly. That balance
Yeah.
between inner strength
Yeah.
and emotional awareness.
I can dig it.
And the book gets really practical too.
How does it?
It talks about techniques like CBT,
Pee-pee.
cognitive behavioral therapy, to help you challenge those negative thought patterns.
It's all about reframing.
Right. And
Yeah.
mindfulness.
Oh, that's a good one.
Meditation to develop greater presence and emotional regulation.
It's like you're taking control of your mind.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff.
Absolutely.
Now, another thing the book really takes a look at
Uh-huh.
is the traditional mental health establishment.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and it raises some concern
Like what kind of concern?
about the over-reliance on medication.
Yeah.
It's saying that while medication can be helpful,
Sure, in some cases.
in some cases,
Right.
it's often treated as a quick fix.
Like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, without really addressing
Root cause.
the root cause of the issue.
I can see that.
So the book is encouraging readers to explore other options.
Alternative treatments.
Yeah, take a more holistic approach
I can-
to their mental health.
Yeah, being proactive about it.
Exactly.
Taking control.
So it's really about empowering yourself
Yeah, okay.
to make informed choices
Yeah, I like that.
about your well-being.
It all ties back to that red-pilled idea, huh? That's a loaded term.
It is a loaded term, but the book uses it as a metaphor,
Okay.
for waking up to reality
Okay.
that maybe challenge the conventional narratives,
Interesting.
especially when it comes to masculinity
Yeah.
and mental health.
Yeah.
It's encouraging men to question things.
Question everything.
Yeah.
Think for yourself.
Think critically.
Don't just accept what you're told.
Develop your own informed perspective.
Be your own man.
Exactly. So ultimately, it's about empowering men
To take control.
to take control of their narrative,
Yeah.
their own mental well-being,
Right.
their own lives.
That's a powerful message.
It is. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
We're going to dive deeper into the practical strategies and insights from the book. in the next part of our deep dive.
I'm ready. This is already giving me a lot to think about.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can't wait to unpack more of this with you.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're talking about this idea of taking a proactive approach to mental well-being.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like? What kind of strategies are we talking about here?
Well, one of the big things the book digs into is relationships. Yeah. Modern relationships. And specifically this concept of the covert.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. It's like all those unspoken expectations.
Exactly. Like all those agreements you never really talked about, but they're there lurking beneath the surface.
Right, and if you don't address them,
it can be a recipe for disaster.
and then conflict.
Big time. The book argues that a lot of guys go into relationships without really understanding the terms of this covert contract.
And then they end up feeling trapped.
Yeah, or like they're carrying an unfair burden.
Yeah, totally. So what's the solution?
Awareness. The book really emphasizes becoming aware of these dynamics and then communicating, like really clearly communicating your needs and expectations.
So having those tough conversations, boundaries.
Exactly.
Even if it feels uncomfortable.
It's not always easy. It's not. But the book gives you some tools, like how to be assertive, how to communicate clearly, how to negotiate win-win solutions.
So it's not about just getting your way all the time.
No, it's about finding that balance
Yeah.
between your needs and your partner's needs.
Respecting each other.
Absolutely. And the book also talks about how society has changed, like how feminism and shifting gender roles have impacted relationships.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Huge. And it acknowledges the positive aspects of those changes, but it also points out that it's created some new challenges for men.
Like what?
Well, for one, traditional male roles are being questioned.
Right.
So some guys feel lost.
Like they don't know where they fit in anymore.
Exactly. And then there's the rise of female economic empowerment, which has definitely shifted the balance of power in relationships.
Interesting. So it's a whole new landscape to navigate.
It is. And that's where the book's emphasis on personal growth comes in.
Okay, so it's not just about understanding relationships. It's also about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's the key, because ultimately it makes you a better partner.
So you're bringing more to the table.
Exactly. More confident, more competent, more strength.
It's like becoming a more well-rounded individual.
Yeah, someone who's got their act together.
Right. And the book gives you concrete steps to achieve that.
Oh, yeah. It talks about pursuing your goals, taking care of your physical health, cultivating your mind, developing your social skills.
So it's a holistic approach to self-improvement.
Totally. It's about becoming the kind of man who can handle whatever life throws at him.
Now, another thing the book touches on is the importance of community, like male bonding.
Oh, that's so crucial, especially these days.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's like, with all the changes happening in society,
Yeah.
traditional male roles and spaces are being challenged. So it's more important than ever for men to have strong, supportive relationships with other men.
To have that sense of belonging.
Yeah, that camaraderie, that shared understanding.
Like finding your tribe.
Exactly. Guys who get it. Guys who share your values. Guys who understand the challenges you're facing.
And the book actually gives you practical tips for building those connections.
It does.
Okay.
Like joining a men's group, engaging in shared activities, or just making an effort to connect with other men in your community.
I love that.
I mean,
So it all comes back to this theme of empowerment.
Right. Taking control, owning your life, your relationship, your well-being.
The Redpilled Guide to Sanity is really a call to action.
It is. It's a wake-up call for men to step up, to rise to the occasion, and to thrive in this new world.
I'm really struck by this idea of the covert contract.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
And how it can impact relationships in ways we don't even realize.
Absolutely. And we're going to explore that even further in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll look at some specific examples and practical tips.
For navigating those tricky dynamics.
Can't wait.
Let's do it. Okay, so we've talked about a lot. Mental health crisis, relationships, covert contract. It feels like there's this bigger picture here. What's the overarching message of this Redpilled Guide to Sanity?
It's like a call to action, you know, for men to like really step up and reclaim their power.
Okay, reclaim their power in what sense?
In every sense, their purpose, their sanity. It's about like recognizing that the world can feel crazy and out of control.
Yeah, for sure.
But you don't have to be a victim of it. You
Yeah.
have the power to take control. Equip yourself with the right tools and strategies.
It's interesting you say that because we've talked about that victim mentality.
Right, it's everywhere.
And the book really pushes back against that.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a complete mindset shift.
Yeah.
Moving away from feeling like everything's happening to you.
Yeah, and towards taking ownership.
Exactly. Owning your life, your choices, your reaction, even when things are tough.
You're writing your own story.
You got it. Rejecting that victimhood and embracing a more empowered approach to life.
So we've talked about the covert contract communication skills, traditional male values. How does all of that fit into this idea of reclaiming your power?
Okay, so the covert contract, it's about seeing those hidden expectations in relationships, those things that can breed resentment.
Right.
Once you see them, You can communicate your needs, negotiate fairly. You create healthier relationships where you feel respected and heard.
It's about having a voice.
Yes. And those traditional male values, the strength, resilience, stoicism, those are the tools you need to build inner strength.
So it's not about suppressing emotion.
No. It's about mastering them, developing that mental toughness to handle whatever life throws at you, make decisions that align with your values, even when it's hard.
Be the man you want to be.
Exactly. And don't forget finding your purpose. That's huge.
Right. The book talks a lot about that.
It does, because having a mission, a driving force, it's incredibly empowering. It gives you direction, motivation, gets you out of bed in the morning.
It's like you're living with intention.
Yes, and it's a powerful antidote to that feeling of emptiness or just going through the motions that a lot of guys are struggling with.
This has been a really thought-provoking deep dive. If there's one thing you want our listeners to take away from all of this, what would it be?
I'd say this: you have more power than you think. You have the power to choose your mindset, your actions, the direction of your life.
It's all about taking control.
Exactly. And this book, The Redpilled Guide to Sanity, it gives you a roadmap. It shows you how to build a life that's strong, purposeful, and fulfilling.
But where can people find the book if they want to learn more?
You can grab it on Amazon Kindle and Google Play Books.
Awesome. Well, this has been a fantastic conversation. A lot to think about. And remember, guys, you have the power to create the life you want. It all starts with taking ownership of your well-being and embracing that journey of growth and self-discovery.